Hello, people. This is a guide through how to prolong your battery life. Not like prolong it, like the. It's more like how much standby time you can get from your cell phone. Usually, before doing all these things, my cell phone would last only for 1 day. But after doing this, I can get like plus 5 6 hours extra. So it's really helpful. Helpful. There are like small things you need to just like to turn it off. So let's do this. First things first, it's like always important to clean up the open background apps. You need to close those before proceeding. Then you can always turn off your Bluetooth when you're using it, and when using Wi-Fi. So there is no point that you have your mobile data on. So close that too. And if your cell phone has an option, you could turn off the 4G. I actually, even when I'm outside of the house, I just use the mobile data. I don't turn on the 4G because I guess the H plus is enough. You get enough speed to browse and do another bunch of stuff. The location service is like, you don't always need it unless until you're really like geotagging your pictures or something. Then you might turn it on, or for the sake of weather. But I don't think you can just refresh the weather once in a while. So turn that off too. You need your Wi-Fi right now, so I need my Wi-Fi there. It's a good thing that you turn on the stamina mode because it slows down the processor and the RAM a little bit. Cell phone your cell phone's what kind of processing might get a bit slow, but well, there's a price for everything. So turn the brightness a little bit dim. Right now I would turn it to full because I'm recording the screen, so I would like to have it like that. Now we go into the settings. First off, we go into the Wi-Fi, and when you go press the three dots over there, you go to advanced, and there's notify whenever a public network is available. You turn that off. And scanning is always available. You turn that off too, because if your Wi-Fi in the background is turned on but there's no Wi-Fi signals, it will constantly try to scan and find one, which in return would use battery. Now we go back. Like I said, turn off Bluetooth, and you go back there. Then you go into the more. So we have NFC on. It's actually all the phones. When we turn them on for the first time, the NFC is by default on. You turn it off when we don't need it, unless until you use a NFC speaker or a printer. Then you might need that. Then you go back again. I'm gonna just check. Maybe I left something. No, that's it. So we go to the display now. Now this is Xperia Z phone. This is X Reality from a cell phone. It actually gives a good saturation to the colors, but you're not always using it, so you can turn it off. Right now it's turned off. Yeah, because it turned off because I just turned on the stamina mode. So a good thing is adaptive brightness, which again I won't turn it on right now because I need the screen full lightened up so you can see the video. And but otherwise it's a good option. It might dim a little bit the colors, but yeah, that's how it is. Then you go to power management and use one of these power saving modes, which are quite useful. And there's also an option like queue background data. I think I would turn this one on, so it will send packages of data after some while. It wouldn't be like constantly sending data. So there that, and we turn off the location. And also when you're trying to use the location, it's like high accuracy, battery saver device only. It's about your preference. Usually, right now I'm on high accuracy. I can't remember why, but usually I use battery saver. But I'm gonna turn it off right now. Yes, and we have the printing. This cloud print is it's most of the time it's on, but you don't need it. So we would keep this one off too. And we have the date and time. It's a good option. You have automated date and time, but you can turn it off. Use Yeah. If you turn it off and just set the time once, then you have your time and just use the time. Don't No need to get it synced or always and like every time. So we now go to storage. It's gonna take a while to calculate. The thing I'm interested here is the cache data. Uh, let's see, I have like 810 MB. I just cleaned it for like 3 days ago, and already I'm like closer to 1 GB. So it's a good idea I clean it off. I know this cache data, it won't affect much on the battery, but these are like really small things that will actually matter. And try to keep as much space available in the phone memory, because the phone memory is where the OS is and you want it clean. And you go to apps. Now this is an important part. Okay, you have an app. First of all, if you don't use the app and you haven't used it for like a month, just for God's sake, just uninstall it. You're not gonna use it. So when that's done, then you go to the open an app. Just add like open Adobe Acrobat right here. This this one's always checked like show notifications. You don't need notifications for all the apps. You just need notifications for your social media, for your emails and something, Facebook. You don't need notifications for each and every app. You can turn them off one by one, and it says, yeah, blah 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 blah, alerts, okay, I don't care, and just do this. And it's also a good idea if you clear the data and if you can move your app to the SD card. I would prefer you move it to the SD card. I won't be moving this one because I have some files in my Adobe Reader right now and I don't want to miss them. Yeah, this is, yep. And also there are some apps which quite ain't useful. Like I have disabled apps. I go to into the app and you can enable them, disable them. Like Hangouts, I don't use it, so just disable it. I have it disabled. I have never used them. They're just lying there and using some, what do you call, just using background data. So yep, so that's it. And I hope you enjoy the video, and if you like it, well, like and share it. And thank you.